Okay, let's get started making our mushroom detail. This is just air dry clay, some wire, and some watercolors. First, we're going to take our air dry clay and break off two little pieces, one about half the size of the other. So a big ball and a little ball. The little ball should be about the size of your thumb. Then we're going to start making these into balls. Sometimes it takes a little bit of kneading to do. If you see a lot of cracks, you can add a tiny bit of water and make it a little bit more pliable, but we don't want it slippery. So we're going to take our big ball first and put our finger to the side and roll just one side of it. And what we're doing right now is turning it into a cone shape. So that's going to be the top of your mushroom. This is going to be the little hat part. It takes a little bit of finesse. We want it to look rounded at the top and not pointed. Now once you see the triangle shape and your cone looks the right size and the right shape, go ahead and put it flat down on a surface and push it down and start shaping the top. You can have it be tall and slim like the one I have in the background of the picture. It can be short and stout. Just make sure that you're shaping it right now the way you want it to be shaped later. Okay, when it looks good, go ahead and pick it up and take a look. You can start kind of pinching the bottom of the shape to make it a little bit more defined. Make sure you're not pinching this part too much because it could start to look like the brim of a hat and you'll lose that cone shape of the hat of the mushroom. The next thing we're going to do is take a sharp object like a toothpick, I had a knife, and make little cuts in it to look like the bottom of a mushroom. This gives it a little bit of texture. It's not necessary. I don't think anybody's going to see it, but I like to do it. I think it's cute and kind of fun. Just be careful not to cut yourself when you're going. All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our small ball and our wire, and we're going to wrap the little ball around the wire. Go ahead and pinch it together on the other side. You're going to see some cracks, and that's okay. As it dries, the cracks will get a little bit more pronounced, so if you want to use some water to smooth them out, you can. Go ahead and roll that so it looks like the stem of the mushroom. And you're going to have wire sticking out of both ends. Make sure you leave the wire sticking out. On the top of the wire, you're going to take your mushroom cap and just push it on, right in the middle. Make sure the wire does not come out the top of your mushroom cap. If you need to rework your stem a little bit to make sure it's the right size, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, just push it right on there. Because I had the wire, I didn't do the joining technique of wetting it down and scoring it, but you can do that if you like. Otherwise, that's it. Here I'm just showing you how I took an extra piece of clay and I used that as a little stand for my mushroom to dry upright so that it doesn't get any nicks or bends in it leaning against something else. I also have a cup in the back. You can see my other mushrooms that I made are just in a cup of lentils. And that's it. This is the finished product, and I just used watercolors from our sets to paint it. If you want to seal it so it's waterproof, you can use clear nail polish or polyacrylic, and that's it. Stick it right in your terrarium along with your hen and chicks.